Hello folks, and welcome to my FLOSSTUBE. My name is Jakob. I am the owner and designer of Modern Folk Embroidery, and this is yet another video in our series of holiday countdown SAL project thing. I'm really excited to talk about some of my favorite artists and art styles today with you. And I thought I would actually keep it embroidery focused today. At first I was going to talk a little bit about the artist Van Dijk, who is one of my favorite Dutch/Belgian artists. He was part of the lowlands of Holland, of course, but he was from Antwerp, which is now in Belgium. But we still like to boast that he was a Dutch artist. He is one of my favorite artists, and if you look him up, it's absolutely stunning. His draftsmanship is just something extraordinary, and when you see his paintings, there is something in his brushstroke that's just really magical, and it always captivates me when I see it. And it took me a long time to actually appreciate his work, but yes, the last couple of years, the more I see his works and the more I see his paintings, and especially his drawings and his etchings, they're just fantastic. It's absolutely stunning. But I'm already talking about art now. I was going to talk about embroidery today. That was the plan. And I wanted to share with you something that was really important when I set out Modern Folk Embroidery. When I really began in the early days, I had a really strong sense of Dutch embroidery was there on my radar, but it was mainly sort of Scandinavian and sort of Nordic embroideries that I really wanted to sort of emanate in my early designs. And we were traveling quite a bit at the time as well in Scandinavia, which was really nice, and I managed to pick up a whole series of books there, which I also am going to share with you. This one is Landhemens Prydnadsöm. My apologies to any Swede out there listening and thinking like, oh my god. This is a publication by the Nordiska Museet or the Nordic Museum in Stockholm. It's a fantastic museum. They have a beautiful collection there, and this is just wonderful. These sort of wall cushions, they're really inspiring. So I bought this quite some time ago. Has some beautiful stitching in there, which is just absolutely gorgeous. That's always really inspiring. That's a really good book. Then one book that I can recommend anyone who does freehand embroidery. I'm an absolute fan of this book. It's Yllebroderier, and it's berättande folkkonst från Norden, which is basically wool embroidery, narrative folk art from the north. And this book is, as far as I'm aware, last time I checked, but it's been a while, this has not been translated into English, but you can buy it from the Nordiska Museet in Stockholm. Just be aware that these books you will incur quite heavy import charges, most likely, but this one cost 395 Swedish kronor when I bought it. Not sure what that would be in your money, but and there's of course a lot of people watching from different countries, so it would be tricky to do that. But what I always say, it's a good tip actually, use xe.com as a website tool to just translate different amounts. My website everything is in euros, so if you for instance wanted to translate that to Canadian dollars, then just use xe and you will find exactly what the right amounts are. But this book is beautifully illustrated. So this is from the region Skåne in the south of Sweden. That's really beautiful, all these colorful things. I really love the black undercloth and then the really bright, happy colors that are sort of on top of this. I mean, just look how cheerful these are. And yeah, this is a spectacular book. I really could not recommend this highly enough. Even if you do not speak Swedish, this book is just, I really love this one. So, Yllebroderier, I think it is, Yllebroderier. I like to sound really fake. Svenska. This is Svenska mönster by Jakob Kulles. This is a 19th century book, I believe. Yeah, 1892 this originally came out. And this is sort of the revival and reappreciation of folklore things that is happening in the 19th century. And Jakob Kulle, he charted a great many Scandinavian patterns and things, and Swedish charts, and he charted them all in this book, and this has completely been digitized now. And as you can see, all of these really colorful charts are there, and they're great as a starting point if you want to make some decorative stuff and you want to put a little border on something. To be honest with you, I've never really used the book myself, but I like it as inspiration and just flipping through it sometimes and just seeing like, oh, that's interesting, that's maybe something I can think about in a design, like how can I use that visual language. I never really like to I never really just copy straight unless I really mention it in the book that it's copied from a design. But I really love these, and they're so pretty, the colors as well. I really like it. It's kind of 70s retro vibe colors. But yeah, it's stunning. Then I have shown you this one. This is a very simple book, and I think I actually bought this in either in Sweden or in the Netherlands in a shop. I believe it was Sweden in some antiquarian shop somewhere. I think it might have been Göteborg on the west coast of Sweden. But yeah, this is Järvsösöm, and Järvsö is a municipality in Hälsingland, and it's I hope I'm pronouncing all of that correctly. But they have really beautiful red embroidery that they do on white cloth, and from the beginning the combination of red on white cloth has really been like something that's truly inspiring to me. So yes, this is just absolutely stunning when you see this type of embroidery here. Let's see. And this is kind of fun book as well, as it's lots of projects that you can sort of do yourself. Again, I've never done any of these projects, but it's just really inspiring to learn a little bit more about Swedish embroidery. So yeah, if I really had to pinpoint my favorite folklore style, no matter how much I like Scottish samplers, Frisian samplers, all of these things, I think I will always go back to my first love, which was especially the embroideries of Hälsingland in Sweden, which is just something that's really dear to my heart, and it just makes me really happy. I mean, there's something so cheerful when you see curtains embroidered with simple red stitches. It's just so homely and so cozy, and that I would love to have that in my house. If I had a million years, I would probably stitch that. But yeah, it's beautiful to have something like that, and yeah, I think that is my favorite art style. I'd love to read your art style. What is your favorite artist or your favorite art style? Do you have a region of embroidery that you really particularly love? Pop it in the comments below. I'd love to read your comments, and I think it will be fun for other people to learn something as well that way. As always, thank you so much for your support and for watching my videos. And yeah, if you're watching this and you've enjoyed these videos, make sure to give it a little follow and ring that bell so you get notifications. I always forget to say this at the end of my videos, but it is one of those YouTube endings, isn't it? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Keep stitching, keep happy, look after one another, and I will see you again real soon. Bye bye.